Are you ready?
Well, I'm ready.
Yeah, are you ready?
I was born ready.
All right.
What do you mean?
Today we are trying to answer the question of what is the best rookie football
The
card?
best rookie football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because let's say you're a baseball fan. You're probably collecting a Topps Chrome or some version of the Series 1, Series 2 for Topps. If you're a hockey fan, the best rookies, obviously, like your Young Guns card.
Right.
For football, basketball, a little different. We did a post on monkeymansports.com talking about this exact thing, and we're doing an accompaniment video here.
Yes.
For football, the two big ones is going to be Prizm. It's going to be Optic. It really depends on what energy you're looking for out of your rookie cards.
Knife me.
Yes, no problem.
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah, so Prizm's got a very futuristic looking metallic metal kind of design.
Here.
Sometimes they have a bit of an issue with quality control in terms of centering, because they're always, every year, they have a different sort of anchor point for where you'd look at to figure out where the card is centered. We include a centering guide on the website as well, if it's helpful, just to get an eyeball on exactly, like if you're trying to figure out if a card's centered, where are you even looking to base that evaluation?
Before you try to send it for grading or something like that.
Yeah, it's sometimes helpful, right? Just to at least know what you're looking at, or see the card the way the grader might see the card. So we have a couple of rookies here in different parallels for Prizm. And they're big about the...
See, they're very flashy.
Very flashy, very modern design, very different year to year. Optic, however, is much more of a clean, call it like a throwback or retro or old school design, in that they tend to have white borders. The white bordering is very clear where you should be looking to figure out where the centering is. I think they're a cleaner looking card, frankly, and they have a more timeless design. You know, I always compare this to car companies because I came from the automotive industry. And a manufacturer that's redesigning a product, a particular car, the Honda CR-V, they change it every couple of years is because they're trying to stay fresh.
Oh, come on!
Oh, topical.
Don't worry. He's fine. That's why he's in the one touch.
Yes. But something like Porsche, right? The 911 really never changes. They'll make these small evolutionary designs, but the core kind of energy of the car remains the same. That's the stuff that lasts the test of time. I think long-term, the Optic rookies are probably going to edge out the Prizm eventually, just because the Prizm's so different every year. But those are the big ones. In both cases, the hollow, in the case of Optic, or the silver, in the case of Prizm, which is like this Michael Penix right there.
With our rainbow.
They tend to go for the most. They're one of the more sought over ones that aren't numbered that you can get in retail products. So most times when you're ripping Prizm, you're ripping Optic. You're looking for the silver, you're looking for the hollow. Those are the best examples of it. We just pulled this Penix, and by we, of course, I mean she pulls all the good stuff.
I feel like I also pulled the Maye.
She did pull the Maye. What's nice about Optic is even the base rookie looks premium enough to be worth calling.
And they feel really nice.
It feels good. This
Doesn't
Optichrome
feel like
technology.
a regular Donruss
No,
or an Absolute.
It's not just a bunch of paper. It feels crafted. Right?
Yeah.
And that craftsmanship
something that you'd
goes
want to
into it.
collect and keep for a long time.
One of my favorite cards in my own PC is our Josh Allen Rated Rookie Optic from
Beautiful
2018.
card. I will link that up here.
Beautiful card. I stare at it all the time. I've stared at it 4 hours a day for 40 days straight. It's beautiful.
Okay, well, I'm going to start opening one.
Yeah, let's see if we can find some cool rookies. We're going to rip a 24 Prizm blaster, an Optic blaster. We're going to see if we find a Jayden Daniels in both, perhaps one per pack. We can compare all 12 Jayden Daniels and find the best ones.
Have you been drinking? Not that you're going to tell me about, anyway.
I know we've been pulling cold cards. That's why we're wearing the toque today.
Yeah.
We've got to stay a little hot.
Classic spring.
We got to stay hot.
Classic spring in Canada.
Yep. It's 20 degrees outside today.
But it also, like...
We got cold cards.
It was cold this morning, and then it was hot, and it was just... I was at a birthday party for a 6-year-old today.
Yeah.
Sweet family that moved here from Chile. And they're like, the weather here, it is crazy. It's like,
freezing hot.
You don't know what you're going to get, especially in Calgary.
That's a fair point. One thing worth considering when you're deciding, okay, do I want to chase my Prizm rookie? Do I want to chase my Optic rookie? And I'm just preparing these. We'll still open on camera. Is that the Prizm blasters, the more affordable everyday retail product, you're really just chasing the silver. There's very little.
Speaking of silver, I have a silver.
Is it a rookie?
It is not a rookie.
Okay, I'll keep going then. Okay. The Prizm Blaster really offers you a couple of potential case hits in red and blue retail, but otherwise you're just chasing the silver hollows. Prizm doesn't have a ton that way. When you look at the options for an Optic Blaster, you get case hits in downtown, which are extremely popular inserts. This year has the Uptowns. They have potential autographs available in the Optic environment. And I'm not saying Panini signed all the best people for 2024. You can't get like a Jayden Daniels autograph, but you can get autos in the blaster, which is kind of nice, right?
Now this is the Purple Shock Parallel exclusive to the blasters.
Yeah.
And you get 3 rated rookies per blaster.
Correct.
We pulled ourselves a Cade Stover.
Okay.
And a Blake.
For one of them, you get 3 of them, right? And
yes.
They're all rookies. For the
yes.
Purple Shock, they're all rookies.
Yes.
In the case of this year's Prizm, you're going to get out of these are from Walmart. So the orange laser.
Yes,
5
like
of
the
those,
Drake Maye that we
just
showed.
like the Drake Maye, although they're not guaranteed to be rookies. You could theoretically, I think it's 3 vets, 2 rookies.
Yeah.
For each like distribution. So again, you're getting 2 rookie parallels out of the Prizm, 3 out of the Optic. The value, right, is there. It's just the Prizm's gonna be more rare because of that. So don't be surprised if Prizm ends up with a higher resale value this year because of that.
I got a rookie parallel.
Look at the colors of the RC.
Yeah, I see that it's red. It could be Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's maybe not that dark red for the Washington, but this would be our insert. Usually about 1 insert per blaster is what we saw when we did our big rip.
Right.
Primary colors, Ricky Pearsall.
Oh man, Ricky.
Yeah, that's who we wanted to see. Okay.
Oh, that's a nice looking lad.
That was nice looking lad.
One thing that's neat about, neat/weird, with Optic, and you look in the top here, the rated rookie is always this color of blue.
Oh yeah.
And then this little blade along the top is always blue as well. So if you get a card like Lad, where blue is a Chargers color, it comes together really cohesively.
Looks nicer.
It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you get a card like Penix, for instance, it starts getting a little weirder because they have the red accents all around, but then still blue along the top.
Yeah.
The Jayden Daniels card looks particularly weird with the dark red.
Yes.
They have that element to it, which is a little odd.
So depending on what rookie or team is your PC, you know, you might actually skew towards Prizm in that case.
Like a Purple Shock, for instance, you pull a JJ McCarthy in that. Yeah. That's a perfect color match.
If you're
I bet
like
you it
a
looks
Vikings
really,
fan,
really nice.
Yeah, or a Ravens fan, those would look super
in the orange
sick.
laser, you have to be a Browns fan, but then you have all kinds of crisis going on in your life if that's really what's happening to you.
Tyreek Hill on my silver hollow this time.
Dallas Turner, purple and blue.
Yep. 2 packs to go.
Yep.
So we, if you haven't checked it out yet, we do have a recent video up where we ripped 10 of these blasters. So if Optic is your thing and you want to see more of that, please definitely go check it out.
It's helpful when you have, like, if we shoot a video opening 1 or 2 blasters like this, and that's just a small sample size of what could happen.
You don't get quite the same
but you rip
idea of distribution.
10 blasters back to back, you get a really good chance to not only pull something, but you also get a chance to see what to expect if you open a blaster, and you get a wide sort of variety of what a good blaster looks like, a bad blaster. We didn't pull it downtown. I'll spoil it for you right now if you haven't watched it.
You serious?
I really felt like going in, we were going to, but I feel like that in every one of these trips because I'm delusional.
Well, and we've never pulled
it downtown, so we feel like
we're due.
It's owed to us at this point, I think.
All right, this is our last one. No downtown in this blaster either. Spoiler alert.
I get it. And this Rakestraw, pulled him like 5 times now already. Jaheim Bell. Okay,
Jaheim Bell.
So who's your favorite rookie you pulled here?
Well, let's see what we got here.
We're doing a rookie to rookie
comparison. We'll do a quick little rookie. Let's cycle through these really quickly.
The Lad, maybe? Maybe the Lad McConkey, is that your best guy?
Oh, is Lad really my best guy?
Lad's great.
I know, I like Lad too, but...
Why are you hating on Lad?
I'm not, I'm just...
He's a delightful human being. Yeah, so Lad's probably your best card there. So that's going to be our rookie comparison from the Optic side.
Sure.
I'm going to slam through the Prizm packs real quick and see if I can find us a rookie to compare we can look at. And just talk about the design a little bit, okay?
All right.
Hi.
Oh.
So, okay. Looking for the good stuff here. Looking for the good stuff.
So, in the Prizm blasters, the good stuff. They have such a small offering for what you can get.
You're going to get your blaster orange lasers.
Yep.
If you're lucky, you get a red. If you're really lucky, you get a blue. You can get a press proof, which is kind of a weird silver looking thing.
It does say you can get base autographs.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Really? I don't know. Okay.
Base autographs, Prizm silver.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, Wilson.
Oh, that is nice.
Right.
But really, you get 1 silver and you get 5 blaster exclusive lasers.
Right. So it's you're just nowhere near the amount of parallels because you get a couple of hollows plus a couple of the purple shocks, per optic.
You have a chance at the mem cards.
Usually there's two, I find. There's like one, in the optic blasters, it seems like one vet and then one rookie hollow, which is not bad at all. The fact that it's a rookie every time seems pretty good. Jerry Jeudy. Nate Wiggins.
I hate that picture of Nate Wiggins.
That's pretty nice. Terry Bradshaw.
That is nice.
Kid reporter. Super Bowl's over. Move
At
on.
least there's no kid reporters in the optic.
Yep.
Because it's, been released so long. So that's...
Yes, because they were so violently delayed in releasing the product in the most limited capacity they could, they did not need to print any kid reporters. All right, so there's our silver, right? You see the little hollow reflection down the side. What do we got? On the back, we've got a fireworks of Derrick Henry. So there's our insert. We got no rookie shield on the top. So it's just a guy I've never heard of in my life.
Can I also interject for a second?
Fire away.
Well, I guess he's at least wearing a jersey. But I feel like overall, now that we've seen a bunch of the optic, that the photos and stuff that are in the optic, largely because they all have jerseys on, too, because they're later in the season, are just nicer, better. So if you actually look at this Nate Wiggins from the optic that I just pulled, versus the Nate Wiggins that you just got right here.
Oh, sure.
So also one of your, things that you might be interested in is simply posing and how the card looks. Like if you're actually trying to decide which rookie card you like, those are very different.
Yeah, well, anything with the Guardian cap is a complete fail as far as I'm concerned. I understand wearing it in the game, but I don't know why you're trying to normalize it through taking photos of people with marshmallow heads. Nobody's going to be collecting this card and be excited to have it. It just looks ridiculous.
Like this is a night and day winner to me. If we're doing a side by side
hard
comparison.
to argue, right? You do have this nice silver reflective kind of indented kind of vibe here. There's a lot to like about the Prizm cards, but no question. A lot to like
about those optic cards. They're clean.
The player really stands out from the background, as you can see from the sheen here.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice.
Anyway,
Nate Wiggins fans.
Nate Wiggins, but. I just happened to notice we both pulled him.
No, that's a fair point, right? Jaheim Bell, Jared Verse. So pretty sparse picking so far for this blaster.
Yeah, so...
Last pack here.
Oh, Optic's only a 300 card base set.
Is it really?
Yeah.
200 vets and 100
200
rookies?
base and 100 rated rookies, which is also a better distribution of rookies. Because Prizm, you're a 400 card base set with 300 veterans.
Yeah, rough.
And only 100 rookies. Right. So if you're also just trying to pull your guy, it's going to be harder in Prizm.
So our rookies here,
theoretically.
That's a great point. Prizm, the scarcity is wild. It's going to drive the values up of those cards a long time going because it's just so hard to pull anything in Prizm. But for that reason, once you do hit it, it's going to have a greater value. It's just supply and demand, basic economics 101. Our two rookies were Roman Wilson and Jared Verse on the orange.
I'll give you your Nate back here.
Yep. Our three vets were, I think, all retired players, which is the other wild part of Prizm. A lot of retirees, coaches, random stuff. I think they have mascots, cheerleaders, they have fans.
They don't.
No.
It's like, I've never seen that. You almost had me.
That was our silver. Again, missed the rookie entirely. And then if you look at the rest of the packs, we got DeJean Edwards, Jaheim Bell, Nate Wiggins.
Oh, I had a Jaheim Bell too.
Yeah, just a bunch of misses. I think Shan's point is probably the strongest point made throughout the whole thing, which is the posing. Any set that's going to come out later in the year is almost always, not always, but more than not will have better photography. So player jerseys, no Guardian caps in practice, nonsense kind of stuff like that. The photography is just going to be a lot better on those cards. And you see that very clearly with the Wiggins example.
Yeah, and even in our 10 blaster rip, when I was talking, we pulled Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep.
And that's a nice looking card. He's in his uniform. It's a nice action shot. If you look at early Marvin Harrison cards, even on the kabooms and the downtowns and stuff, he's wearing shorts and it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's another advantage that Optic has in a big way, if you ask me.
I would say
anybody did. But.
We have the Drake Mays here to give you an idea. And this is a base Drake May, but you can see it's got that optichrome kind of finish to it where the player really jumps off the card. It's quite nice.
They're just such clean cards.
Right. In the orange, a little weird of a parallel. The centering's not perfect top to bottom.
It's still a nice card. That orange laser is beautiful, but I mean, we've opened a lot of Prizm.
Yeah.
And, you know, the amount of good, notable rookies that we've pulled on the parallels are few and far between.
Very few.
I can't even think of another one.
In the ones we pulled here?
Yeah, we had the Neon Pulsar.
We pulled a Nabers silver. It looked really nice.
Yeah.
We pulled a retail red Xavier Worthy.
Oh, yeah, with the Guardian helmet. Remember?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. I would have probably kept the card, except for the fact the Guardian hat, cap, whatever, it makes him look ridiculous. Yeah. Like, it just does not look good.
It's not a nice looking
So, despite the fact it's a color match, retail red, the whole thing, rare, we just sold the card.
Oh, I did pull a Caleb, too, on the color match on the orange.
Oh, you did. That was a nice card for sure.
We don't have it anymore.
No, we sold that. Gone. Yeah, but you look at these two cards and what jumps out to you, right? The parallels are going to take up a lot of space in these kind of card designs when you look at the Prizm, for sure, because the parallel does change the whole vibe of it. But it is a nice large photo of the player. It is player focused. They use some good photography for this one. I would say he probably stands out more than Drake Maye does in this photo, right? It's much more player focused with the larger photo there. But this is a very clean design, especially for anything in blue. So Chargers, Titans, Patriots, Bears, all this stuff.
Your neutral colors, even like your Raiders for like Brock Bowers
probably look pretty good.
Yeah.
But that kind of stuff is going to look really good with this rated rookie all blue design here. It's just going to look a little odd. Can you give me an example of one of these where...
Well, you've got Penix right here if you want, with the blue and the red.
Or take the purple, and it's a little odd to have the purple and blue. Like, it's a little stark. They're too close together. The Penix, the red and the blue. This one gets away with it a bit because the hollow gives us different
here's
colors.
Maybe a good example.
This is a good example of how it can get away from you hard, right? The orange and the blue really does stand out. I think the intention in the design was to make it look like the rated rookie design, and therefore it draws your eye. But the rated rookie badge does that all by itself. You don't need this extra blue. And if that blue was team colored, or that blue was always black, for instance, so a neutral color, that's a design decision I probably would have made if I was king for a day. I think you'd have a better looking card. It's not terrible, right? It does kind of still work because the design is so timeless and classic, but a little odd.
But very curious to hear what you guys think.
So yeah.
If you have like a rookie that you like to chase, and I'm not talking player wise, I just mean like, what is the card that's like your holy grail of rookie cards where you're like, if I'm going to hold on to a rookie card for 20 years or 40 years, it's this one.
Well, everybody's got their guy or their guys that they chase.
I don't mean that.
And you probably looked at 55 to 155 different versions of the rookie cards available for that player if that's your guy. If you're anything like me, you stay up till 4 a.m. just browsing eBay for cards, essentially. Which means I've looked at
dark hole.
296 different Najee Harris rookie cards.
And we have 294 in the basement.
I'm so close. I've almost got them all.
Oh god.
No, but that's exactly it, right? So I can tell you, I can give you a top 10 list of my favorite Najee Harris rookie cards, and that actually sounds like kind of fun content. I might even do that. But the point is, you probably do as well. So if you've got a guy that you've been collecting and you have a particularly lovely rookie card that you just love, shout it out in the comments. Yeah. We'll do a video based on what kind of feedback we get here. We can even do a little like design review where we just talk about why these cards look as good as they do. You know, sometimes it's kind of fun to look behind the psychology of what draws and attracts you in terms of design.
That's the graphic designer in you.
Yes. Yeah, fair enough. But I think it is interesting because the more you learn how to appreciate a thing, whether it's fine wines, football cards, cigars, whatever you like, the more you learn about it, the more you can actually really appreciate what it's giving you, and you figure out why the parts of your brain get tickled by the design or the appearance of certain things. It's kind of fun to learn the psychology behind that as well. So if that's something you're interested in, shout it out. Let us know in the comments, and we can pivot the content in that direction too. It's just
we're happy to talk all things sports cards.
We love to talk. Yeah. That's why we do this.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, but hopefully this give you at least a snapshot of what your top rookies are going to look like in the 2024 set. The 2 different styles, 2 different designs. Love some feedback and some direction from you guys.
And if you're new to the hobby, like let us know.
Sure.
Even just a first look, like what appeals to you. What if you have a preference leaning one way or the other, like let's hear it.
Yeah, I think if you're brand new and you have the choice to buy either one of these, I think you buy the Optic. It's newer, fresher, and with so many other opportunities in the box, I think you go that route. But the Prizm design is gorgeous, undeniably gorgeous. And if you get the right guy, if Jonathan Ogden is your bro, that you're gonna love this card, and that's sort of how it goes.
That's how it goes.
James, Shannon.
Monkey Man Sports. Thank you for being here. Like and subscribe to see more.
Do it. Mike, do it. Do it now.
I'm going to say please. He's going to threaten. Either way.
I will flip this table.
Please don't.
It's our table, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'll just, yeah. Thanks.
Bye.